Sup? What is up? Hello. Welcome to the MastoCast, episode 82, I believe it is now. I believe it's 82. Yes, it is 82. Hello, welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely day. The weather has been up and down quite recently. It really has. But yeah, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's been a couple of weeks since there's been an episode. Quite a bit's been on, really. Birthday things, whales things, not like the sea mammal whales. The country whales. I went to Wales on my birthday. It was lovely. It was great. Shout out Haley for setting that up for me. Had a really nice birthday. 33 years young now. Did some, went to Snowdonia, walked up Snowdonia, smashed it, drank a few beers, went to some nice, lovely places in North Wales. Yeah, had a good time. It was really, really nice. So yeah, but yeah, it's been a hot few days really. So like, I was gonna do a podcast, on like last week. I was literally gonna do one last week, but then I thought, Slam Dunk is the next day. I might as well wait until I do the Slam Dunk one and make it a bigger episode. And I was gonna review Slam Dunk with Haley, but unfortunately, she has got a really, really bad cough. It's horrible. Like, it's really horrible. So she's she's having a bit of a bad time with a bad cough, so she doesn't really she's not talking very well at the moment. She's very poorly, so send her your best wishes. I know I have been. But yeah, we'll talk about all sorts of stuff here. There's a new Callous Daoboys album I want to talk about. I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. Is any other new music that's out? There's also the new Straight from the Path album that is out, which I'll chat to you about. But yeah, it's been quite the week. But the main one really to talk about today is Slam Dunk Festival, which took place like literally last week, I believe it was. Yeah, a week yesterday. I'm recording this on the Monday, and it'll be out straight away because I didn't want it to wait till Friday. But yeah, we got. But yeah, it's been in terms of like gaming news and stuff like that. Not a lot's been going on really. Been playing Majora's Mask a lot. I'm nearly there. I'm on the last temple, and I reckon I'll get that done by next week. So next week I'll have a 2025 review of Majora's Mask for you. So I thought that would be quite cool. I wanted to get it out the way before the Nintendo Switch 2 arrives, which should be in a few days' time, which I'm very excited for. I gotta say. But yeah, I'll get it done. I'm gonna get it smashed out the way, and then I'll be ready for just before the Switch 2 comes out. Because then I'll finish the game, and then I'll just be like, right, that's it. No more Switch. Turn it off. Pack away the dock. All that sort of stuff. Ready for when the new one arrives. And I'll also chat to you about the Switch 2 as well. Next week, I imagine. So yeah, that's all I've been playing. Been playing Balatro finally as well. Like that card game that's been getting like Game of the Year nominations and all sorts, which is so addictive. It's so fun. It's really, really cool. It's free on PlayStation Network if anyone wants to get it. If you've got that, it's about a tenner if you want to play it on mobile phone, which is worth it. It is just really, really fun and addictive, and it works really well. But you can get it on all sorts of stuff as well. You can get it on Switch. I'm sure you can get it on PC and Xbox, and you can get it pretty much everywhere. If it's on PC, if it's on mobile, you can get it everywhere. But like, it's a really cool game. I highly recommend it. I mean, essentially you're playing poker, but it's just like you're playing for chips, and you're not actually playing against someone. Like basically, the higher poker hands that you play, the more chips you get, and you have all these other joker cards and like tarot cards that sort of interact with your poker hands that will help gain more points and more money and that sort of stuff. And it's just really, really fun. I really, really like it. It's awesome. So yeah, I really recommend that. I've been playing them too. Been playing Balatro. Been playing a lot of Majora's Mask. I need to get back in on Expedition 33 really, because that's a game I really enjoy, but I've just not got around to playing it much. But it's cool. It's really, really cool. But that's all I've been playing. So yeah, the music. I'll get onto some music that I've been listening to. The new album by Callous, Daoboys. Actually, no. I've changed my mind. I'm going to talk about Slam Dunk first, because the new album from Straight from the Path kind of intertwines with that. So, well, I'll talk about that. I don't believe there's been any more music news. Iron Maiden have kicked off their tour, and the manager's complaining about everyone using their phones. It just basically sounds like old man shouting at clouds sort of nonsense, really. But yeah, that's basically been it, really. Nothing crazy, I don't believe. But there's also news that'll intertwine with Slam Dunk as well. But yeah. Anyways, I should probably talk about Slam Dunk now. I'll talk about Slam Dunk right now. So, Slam Dunk took place at Temple Newsham at Leeds last week. Slam Dunk has always been a good day out for me. I always enjoy it. It's cool. It's a really, really cool festival. Been going for the past 10 years now. 10 years. I've been to every one bar 2019. I didn't go to that one. And I didn't go to last year. Last year I didn't go because the lineup was atrocious, really, and like I'm glad I didn't go anyways, because like apparently, because like they had really, really bad weather last year. Like it caused like basically they couldn't use a car park. It was that bad. So people had to park in the city centre and then get public transport into the festival, like, which is absolute hell on. So thankfully that didn't happen this year. But yeah, But I've been going to every single Slam Dunk since 2015. Ever since it was on the city centre to what is now at the Temple Newsham grounds. And I don't think I've actually spoke about Slam Dunk before on the podcast, actually. Because when I started the podcast, it was just after. So I did it. Episode 2 was Outbreak Festival. So yeah. So I didn't do the last Slam Dunk I went to, which was not last year, but the year before. And obviously I missed last year. So this is the first ever Slam Dunk review on the MastoCast. So hope you enjoy it. But yeah, for those who don't know what Slam Dunk is, sort of pop punk, alternative, sometimes metal, all day festival that happens usually the bank holiday weekend at the end of May. At the UK, they have one day on at Leeds, Temple Newsham, which is where I went, and Hatfield Park down south. But obviously, I do the Leeds one every year. It's literally only about an hour and a bit away from me, so it's well good. And Slam Dunk is the one festival where I like to have a good drink at, especially if the weather's good. Because I'll be honest, I think the Slam Dunk lineups are usually just fine. Like, it's been a while since I've been to a Slam Dunk where I've been like, oh my god, the lineup is absolutely stacked or anything like that, or gone crazy for it. But, like, I can still have a good time. There'll be a good couple of bands that I'll watch, and I'll have a good drink. Because thankfully our good friend Jade, she drives us there. She's done that the past few years now, so shout out Jade, you're awesome. And yeah, I had a good few beers. I'm mainly stuck with the Slam Dunk IPA because it's nice. It's really, really lovely. It was £7.75 a pint, which like compared to like some of the other drinks that were on in the I forgot what the actual name of the bar was. It was some sort of alehouse tent in. Like on the Slam Dunk grounds, like they had like some of the Beavertown stuff, they had some Kirkstall Brewery stuff, they had Camden Town stuff on as well. So they had a good selection of stuff, but like some of it you were talking about £8 or £9 a pint, which is fucking extortionate. But you know, it was. But yeah, I had a good merry time getting having a few beers. You know, I don't usually drink at gigs, But like, I always make Slam Dunk the exception for some reason. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, we got there about just after. I think it was just around about 12:30, 1:45. I'm thinking that's what time it was. So Slam Dunk have got this new car parking situation going on where like cuts down on queues and stuff like that. There was like an orange car park and a blue car park. We got given blue car park. Like, I believe Slam Dunk just allocate you a random parking place when you order it. You like order your parking pass, so we got allocated blue. So we got told to go a different way to what we usually do, and like the directions they gave us were quite vague, to be honest. Like, we followed the directions that they printed out and sent to us, and it said, "Oh, there'll be plenty of signage out, so you'll know where to go." So like, obviously we followed some of the directions. Like, there's a couple of roundabouts we had to go through, that sort of thing. But in terms of signage, there was barely any signage at all. There was like 2 signs, and the best it was, it said Temple Newsham parking, and it had like a blue block on it, and the sign would be on the actual turn off. So like, usually sometimes you get signage out, like, be like maybe, I don't know, 100 yards before the turn off, so like you're ready to take your turn. But like, we'd go past it, and we went past one at one point. Oh fuck, that's what it was. But like, I feel like they could have done a bit better with the signage on like the new park, and like, I mean, I know like last few years it's been a lot easier because it was literally just off one junction off the A1, but I believe that's what the orange car park was. That was still that. But we obviously got given the blue one, which was different. But yeah, I just feel like it could have been a bit better. But anyways, we got parked up about 12:30 and walked up there. It was about 1:45. Basically, what I'm saying is, if they did the travel a bit better, I think we could have got there a little bit earlier, so we didn't have to stress like getting to see our first bands or whatever. So I went over to see Winona Fighter at the Key Club stage. They were the second band on, and they I do believe one of the first albums I listened to this year was their debut album, Compliment. What was it called? Compliment to the Chef, and what was it called? It was something to do with a chef. But yeah, Winona Fighter, I do really, really like that album that they brought out. And as I've said before, like, I'm not really into... Sorry, My Apologies to the Chef. That's what the name of the album is. It came out in February. But yeah, I went on about that album before. I do really like that album. It's cool. You know, it's pop punk with a good metallic twist to it. And, you know, it sounds like pretty live. It's not like stupid flipping produced or anything like that. Like most of them. It's not like sickly in any way. Kind of reminds me of like Milk Teeth. But yeah, I went over to see them, and they really delivered on that live set. They were great. They were really, really good. Like, full of energy, so much energy. Like, she is absolutely loving it on that stage. Their vocalist. Yeah, they pretty much played most of their album. Obviously, it's their debut, so they haven't got much else. So much so that they actually threw a cover of "Sabotage" by Beastie Boys right in the middle of the set. Because she said, she literally said on stage, look, festivals are a time for fun. You're not going to know most of our songs, but we want all of you to sing along to this one. Then they played Sabotage, and it was class. But yeah, I love songs like Subaru, Jumper Cables, and Swear to God That I'm Fine, and like Hams in a Glass. Just really, really fucking cool band. And yeah, there's like, all the songs sounded great. Their guitar player fucking shreds like Kirk Hammett. And yeah, they were just really, really good. I really enjoyed them. So I'd definitely see them again. So a good start to the day. To what was then meh for a little bit, really. So it was just me that went to go see the Winona Fighter. I went and met back up for Haley and Jade for a pint in the pub. They managed to get a table, so we sat down, have a pint, we went to go see Knuckle Puck. Knuckle Puck, I have no idea who they are. I mean, I've heard of them, but I don't know any of their material. I believe Haley wanted to go see them. They were playing some album in full. I don't know what it is, but this was on the main stage, and their set just completely went over my head. It just sounds the same as a lot of other stuff, like that sort of thing. 4 year strong, hot mulligan movements type of thing. It's just not for me, really. I watched them and I was just a bit like, this is boring. There was a lot of people going mad for them. Like at the front, you could just see like people just crowd surfing and that sort of thing. But then I just thought they were boring. It just went over my head. There was nothing I can remember from that set. I'll be honest. Then we went over to the Kerrang stage, and just before we went to that Kerrang stage, though, I went over to Big Mouth Gyoza and got myself some hella good gyoza from there. The best food I've had all day at Slam Dunk. Oh god, I've had Big Mouth Gyoza before, like at the Bishop Auckland Food Festival at Bloodstock, and they're at Slam Dunk again. Oh, beautiful pork gyozas with some nice sticky rice and some hot sauce on there. Oh, absolutely to die for. Absolutely to die for. I'll be having that again. And I think are they on a 2000 trees? They might be on a 2000 trees. I'm not sure, but they will be on a Bloodstock again, and I'm very, very excited for some more Big Mouth gyozas. So I've got some Big Mouth gyozas, and went to see a band called I See Stars. Not good. Not good at all. Obviously, one of our friends, Jade, wanted to go see this band. I had no one else on to watch, so we followed her. Not good. Not a good band. I think I thought they were fucking lame. That sort of... it just seemed like it was harking on something that was done in 2012, 2013 sort of thing. Like, super serious kind of high-pitched vocal, down-tuned, kind of like metalcore, but it's more like scene sounding, that sort of thing. Like, kind of like Attack in a way. Like, if Attack were like down-tuned, maybe. That's the one reference I've got for that. But they weren't good. Just boring. Just not for me at all. So I buggered that off. So I went to see Landmarks from France, who were on the main stage east, which is basically at the metalcore stage, really. I don't really know a lot by Landmarks. There's like one or two songs that I know that I quite like. But I thought they were fine. I thought they were just fine. That was it. And like it was just sort of like generic metalcore, really. Like kind of like hardcore infused metalcore, kind of like stick to your guns, that type of thing. There was the odd moment where there was like a chunky riff, and I was just like, this is good. But like it was just moments in the set that I thought that sounded cool. Like as a whole, like it didn't really grab me. Matt from While She Sleeps came on to do a song with him, which was quite nice to see. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really know much about them. I mean, for God's sakes, like they've got like a reverb trigger on the snare drum, like when I do a breakdown, and the snare drum goes, and I'm like, my brother in Christ, you're playing outdoors. You're not fooling anyone. But yeah, anyways, that's the dour stuff out the way. I saw 3 bands and I thought they were pants. Now, let's talk about Straight from the Path. Straight from the fucking Path. Who I really, really like. I've seen Straight from the Path a few times. They're always great live. They always bring out great albums. I think they're a fucking great band. Craig Reynolds is an absolute beast of a drummer, and just Tom Williams has got guitar work. It's very Tom Morello inspired. I love that, and Drew is just a hell of a frontman. Hell of a frontman. They're great. And, you know, I just really, really enjoy them. They're just really, really good at hyping the crowd up and get loads of moshes to go fucking crazy for them. There was a big fucking turnout for them, I gotta say. Like, there was a lot of people there for them, which was good to see. They absolutely killed it. They sounded gargantuan as well. Like, they sounded huge. As they do most of the time, really, to be honest. And, yeah, I just loved that band. They were great. And they played Cubic Stare, which was the single of the new album, the first single, which sounded awesome. So then, halfway through the set, I then went to go for a piss, because I had a few beers at that point. I was like, right, I need to go for a piss. Thankfully, there's no massive queues for them or anything like that. So, like, as I was pissing, Drew turned around and said, "We've got a new album coming out on Friday." And I was just like, "What?" While I was pissing. Here, we're going to throw out some records. You can go buy one. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Holy shit!" So they literally just like surprise dropped an album, like they're a new album. Like, I know they worked and recorded on an album, but they never had any like sort of release date or anything announced. Like, they just turned around and just went, "Right, yeah, we got a new album coming out on Friday. Here's another new song," and it was class. And you know that they played like you know, like the hits towards the end, like fucking what's it called? Every rich right kid's got something to say. Shut the fuck up, that one. I forgot what it's called, but it's great. Obviously they played a few hits on that. They were fucking brilliant. Straight from the Path of Raw was awesome, and yeah, I was then to find out later on that Friday afterwards when the album Clockwork had come out. They of course announced that they're calling it a day as well, which was a real surprise, to be honest, like a real shock to the system. Like, I was not expecting that at all, because for me, like, Straight from the Path, I've always gone from strength to strength, really. They've always brought out good albums, always really good live, and they're calling it a day. They're going to be doing one more tour, which I think is going to be probably going to be ending next year sometime, and they're going to be calling it a day, which, yeah, quite good about, but I'll talk about the album later. But yeah, I was quite good about that. But yeah, Straight from the Path, they were great. They were awesome. Finch came on after Straight from the Path on the same stage. For those who don't know Finch, I didn't really know them either. I just knew the hit, the two hits that they do. Finch were all right. They were good. They were good fun. They sounded tight. They sounded good. There was a lot of people there ready for the nostalgia shit and all that. They played that song. I want you to know that I miss you so. And you know, that sounded good. And they finished with What It Is to Burn, which is a fucking great song. They finished with that. I don't know a lot of Finch songs, but like, you know, I stuck around and watched them, and I thought they were decent. You know, they sounded good. Part of it looked like they didn't want to be there. There were some times where like the singer was sort of facing away from the audience, and there wasn't a lot of participation that much. But they were all right. They were fine. And then I went over to the main stage. To see Newfound Fucking Glory, baby. And look, I know I go on here and then I'm like, I go on about not liking pop punk and stuff like that, which I kind of still stand by, whatever. But I've got a soft spot for Newfound Glory. First time I saw these was 20 years ago, supporting Green Day on the American Idiot Tour. And I've seen them a couple of times since then. I've seen them support Do You Remember. I saw them at another Slam Dunk when it was on the City Centre. And they just got bops left, right, and fucking centre, man. Like, it was no different at this Slam Dunk. Just hit after hit after hit after hit. Just brilliant. Like, I'm walking over there, they're just starting, and like, they're opening up with fucking All Downhill from here, and it's like, come on, let's fucking go. Like, you know, hit or miss. The Kiss Me cover, finishing with My Friends Over You, which is fucking amazing. They were awesome. Just for a band to be going on for over 20 years and still being so stoked to play on main stages like that and just sounding as great as he did. And, like, he sounds exactly as he does now. Like, I don't know the name of the singer, but, like, he still sounds like he does on record, like really, really high sonor vocals. That actually sounded quite good, though. Have I waited too long to see you? I think I sounded alright, actually. I am the Newfound Glory frontman there, I said it. But no, they were fucking great. They were just a really, really good time. Just spot on. Of course, they had the guitar player from 4 Years Strong filling in for them, whilst Chad is still going through, you know, some cancer and resting and that sort of stuff. So, you know, there was a lot of people holding signs up, like, saying, like, prayers for Chad and all that sort of stuff, which is, like, you know, really heartwarming to see. Yeah, Newfound Glory were great. And I went over I thought, right, I'll go see the rest of the used set. And I walked over and they got acoustic guitar out, and I just thought, I don't really want to walk in on acoustic set. So I was still feeling hungry, even after my gyozas. I went and got a chicken wrap, which ruled. It was a good chicken wrap. It was really nice. I can't remember much about it because I was drunk. But at this point, after Newfound Glory, I was pretty drunk. But yeah, I didn't see the rest of Used. All I can say is from my reportings of Haley, it was her band of the day, and she absolutely loved them. She said they were fucking incredible. But yeah, I walked in. They got acoustic guitar out. I was hoping to walk in and they'll be doing like Taste of Ink or whatever. But they didn't. They just finished. Just as I got my wrap. So then I stuck around that stage, which is the main stage east, for Electric Callboy, and I like Electric Callboy, I'm not gonna lie. I think they're fucking rad. I only saw half the set because I had to go to another stage for a different band. But from what I saw on the first half of their set was fucking great. They are a good time. Like, they always sound like hella like strong. Like they just always sound tight and they're massive and everything. Like, the sound of them was fucking awesome. They had so much fucking pyro, like fire, fireworks, sparks, CO2. Like, throughout that first half I saw them on, like they opened up with Elevator Operator, like one of the newer singles. They released a single quite like a couple of weeks ago called Reverie, which they also played. Again, a banger, and they all did a little costume change and they did Pump It, like all in the gym gear and stuff like that, which was awesome. Spaceman, brilliant. And then it got to a point where they started playing a lot of covers, which was a bit mental. So they also had Frank Zumo from Sum 41 filling in on them on drums as their previous drummer. He's called it a day with the band. No bad blood or anything like that. He just decided to call it a day. But they have the drummer from Sum 41 in, and they said on stage, "Oh yeah, we got Frank Zumo from Sum 41, and we're going to be covering Still Waiting." And they covered Still Waiting, and I was fucking get in. This is awesome. And like they proper callboyed it up in a way. Like, they made it sounded like Sum 41 for the first half, and then they made it all like sort of, you know, like sounding a lot more ridiculous and heavy, like on the second half of the song. And like they made it work. They really did. And then they got the acoustic guitar out. There's been a lot of bloody covers at Slam Dunk today. Like, Christ. And then there's more still to come. So they got acoustic guitar out and started singing Crawling by Linkin Park, which of course everyone else in that field was singing along to. So they played that, and then they did I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. And that's when Scowl were about to go on the other stage, so I thought this is probably a good time to go and see Scowl. Because, you know, I've seen Electric Callboy before. But Like, that first half was great, and part of me does kind of wish I stuck around a bit more. But I don't feel like they needed to get acoustic guitar out and do a couple of covers like that. Like, come on, you got the bangers, just play more bangers, lads. But yeah, then I went to the Key Club stage to see Scowl, who are a band that I fucking love. I love Scowl. I absolutely love them. And they were on in the Key Club stage, the same stage I saw Winona Fighter. And they were headlining it, the last band on there. And tough place to be for Scowl when Electric Cowboy are already on the other stage. Alkaline Trio are about to play another stage. Hot Milk playing the Kerrang stage, who, whilst I'm not a fan of Hot Milk, they're a very popular band over here. And Data Remember start as Scowl finish, so they didn't have the biggest crowd. I don't think there was about I don't think there was about like 100 people in that tent. So I just walked up to the front, no problem. But Scowl made it as if they were playing fucking Brixton Academy. Scowl were brilliant. Scowl were absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved them. Just plug in and fucking play, turn it up, punk rock, two-step in hardcore. This is what I was there for. I was fucking over the moon with Scowl. Last time I saw them was Outbreak 2023. And they were amazing then. Now they've got their new album, Are We All Angels, which is a fantastic album, one of my favourites of the year so far. I don't know if I've touched on this album yet on the podcast, but the new, you got to listen to the new Scowl album. It's called Are We All Angels. It's brilliant. If you like Green Day, Milk Teeth, if you like that Winona Fighter album, but if you also like, hardcore, like Terror and shit like that, like it's like just like the sort of scrappy end of like punk, Basically, if you like Insomniac era Green Day, listen to Scowl. They're brilliant. They were awesome. They all played as if they were playing to fucking thousands of people, considering they had such a small attendance in the tent. Like, they were great and still playing songs off the EP as well. Like, that Circle Pits going, they had fucking Two Steppers going, the whole lot. And Kat Moss is a hell of a vocalist, like a front person. Like, she's fucking great, man. She's absolutely fucking great. Like, just so much charisma. And like, her vocals are getting better live as well. Like, I kind of thought they were a bit on and off when I saw them at Outbreak the first time. But she's getting better as a vocalist, and like, she's just got the crowd in the palm of her hands and everything. And like, I was just right at the front, like fucking screaming along to every word and having a good time. And for me, my highlight of the day, I think, probably Scowl, considering they were only playing to like 100 people, if that. Like I say, they were playing as if they're on fucking, playing headline Brixton Academy or something like that. They were fucking great, and. Yeah. I feel like I need to see Scowl on their own headline run at some point. They did play, annoyingly enough, they did play Newcastle, like, literally, like, 2 or 3 weeks before the Slam Dunk appearance. But I was working, so I couldn't make it. And to finish off, went to go see A Day to Remember. By this point, I'd had a few pints, so I was a bit drunk. So yeah. Anyways, when I see A Day to Remember, I like A Day to Remember. I used to absolutely love them before. Absolutely used to love A Day to Remember. They kind of worn off of me a little bit, I have to admit. Like, I just don't know, just sort of as time's gone on, I'm less enthusiastic about them. They played a full-on headline set, 21 songs. I think as we walked in, they were playing I Made a Black Story, which is the second song on the album. Of course, for this run of songs, like The Downfall of Us All, I Made a Wax Larry, second sucks, right back at it again. Really fucking good. And, they played Have Faith in Me, which was great. they brought back in Since You've Been Gone, the Kelly Clarkson cover. I never heard him do that before, considering I've seen them loads of times back in the day. Well, I say back in the day, like 10 years ago, something like that. I never heard him do the Kelly Clarkson cover before. But they played that. They also played a snippet of Walk by Pantera, as you do. Like I said, like today's just been full of fucking covers. But also, funny enough, I remember I was walking past, on my way to Win on the Fight, I just realised this. Like, I was walking past some artist called Sophie Powers who was doing a dreadful cover of Heart Shaped Box by Nirvana. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyways, that's it for covers now. No more covers. Anyways, what else they got? You know, You'll Be Tails, I'll Be Sonic. Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End. They kind of short on Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End down a little bit. So, like, they missed, like, the second verse and then they went straight to that Disrespect Your Surroundings breakdown, you know. A few songs from the new album. I believe they played 6 of the new album. Like, I don't know a lot of them. Like, there's Feedback, Bad Blood, LeBron. I haven't actually listened to the new album yet. Well, 5 off Homesick, 4 from What Separates Me From You. So, 1 from You're Welcome, which did not do well, and 1 from Bad Vibrations. So it was like a good mixed bag of like new stuff and old stuff. I've definitely seen them play more fucking banger central like set lists. I just I thought they were decent. I thought they were good. I've just seen them that many times. Like, they're always great live. But I just think like the set list. I've seen them do better set lists, like more bangers. But this is still 21 songs, so I don't know what I'm complaining about really. You know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Always good. All I want's always good. If it means a lot to you, that's always good. I went and got a cheeseburger because I was drunk and hungry, and I got it for free, which was funny as fuck. It was quite a nice cheeseburger as well, actually. I just went to the cheeseburger stand, and like, there was a lady who served me. I said, "Oh yeah, I'll have a cheeseburger, please." And like, the guy who was like serving people, like, he just had the card reader in his hand, and he was like talking to people, like, he was just like, he just was not interested in serving customers, so she just went, "Yeah, there you go." I was like, oh, fuck yeah, free burger. Then I watched the rest of the set, and yeah, they were good. Pretty simple stage setup. Literally, they just had like some sort of backdrop, and some CO2. I think they had fire. I can't remember. But they were fine. The sound was a bit weak where we were stood. Like, it didn't hit as hard as they usually do live. But they were good. They were good. Don't remember. We're fine. So yeah, they're headlined, and yeah, that's it. That's Slam Dunk Festival. Slammy D. It was a good day. It was a really good day. You know, the weather was a bit on and off, I would say. Bit windy. When the sun was out, it was boiling, and when the sun went back in, I had to put my fucking hoodie on. It was literally a case of hoodie on, hoodie off, hoodie on, hoodie off, all that sort of shit, which is a bit of a nightmare sometimes. You know, but all in all, good set. Good set of bands. A shit set of bands here and there, but you know, that's kind of what I expect from Slam Dunk these days. Like, I think for me, anyways, gone are the days sort of like of a jam-packed lineup. For some reason, I don't know, like, for some reason, like, they've dropped a lot of hardcore bands, they've dropped a lot of metal bands, you know, which I know Slam Dunk isn't what it's all about. I know it's moved more in the whole nostalgia sort of route of pop punk, you know, bands playing this album in full or whatever, anniversary sets, you know, which, you know, it's nostalgia sells. Of course they're going to do something like that. So, like, you know, what is the metalcore stage of filling it up with stuff like Finch and whatever. So yeah, it would be cool to see, like, you know, like Malevolence back there, or, you know, like they even had like Harriet on it one year. So like they have gone bloody heavy before, but I think like last year's lineup was that bad I didn't bother. Like, last year was all about Yellow Card doing fucking Ocean Avenue again, and All American Rejects playing such and such album in full and all that sort of stuff. So who knows? Next year is the 20th anniversary of Slam Dunk. So I imagine it'll be a big one. Sometimes I get it right as well. Like where, like when it comes to predicting like bands headlining, just how it was like not even like looking into things like I predicted friggin' Offspring were gonna headline it and they did. I predicted Sum 41 were gonna headline it and they did. I don't know if I predicted a date to remember. Can't remember. That was not a date to remember. But I want to put money on Good Charlotte. Because Haley said the same thing, and I thought, actually, yeah, that's a really good idea. So we're putting money on Good Charlotte, and I hope they do, because Good Charlotte rock. But yeah, that's it for Slam Dunk. It was a good time. It was really, really good. Yeah. Maybe see you there next year. So, I might as well talk about the new Straight from the Path album as well, since we were talking about them earlier, who were great. They got a new album out. It's called Clockworked. It's going to be the last Straight from the Path album, and they just released it on Friday. Give this album a listen. 29 minutes of rage-inspired Meshuggah levels of hardcore. What can I say? They always release great albums, and they got the Cubic. Obviously, they released a song called "The Cubic Stare," which is fantastic. But like, I feel like they've gone a lot on the fucking politics on this one. I mean, I know they do generally, but like, this sounds so much more fired up than any of the others. And like, Drew is fucking seething. You can just hear it. Like, there's literally a song, like, the second song is called "Fuck Them All to Hell," which starts off with like blast beats and all of these sort of discordant, like guitar noises that's coming from Tom Williams, like it sounds like Meshuggah. That's the point. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, they got like this sort of melding of like Rage Against the Machine and Meshuggah, and it just sounds thick and heavy and great, which is good considering they're only touring with one guitar player. Shot Caller, which is the second single from the new album, which just recently came out. I do believe this is the other song that they played at Slam Dunk. That they played when they announced the album. Or was it? Yeah, it was. It was Shot Caller. Yeah, so they played this one. And what is cool about this song is about 1 minute and 15 seconds in, there's like a chaff grenade sample from Metal Gear Solid, which I like. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. They actually put the chaff grenade sound in there, which is great. Got a song called Clockworked, featuring Landmark's vocalist, even though I was just not bothered about them. Slam Dunk. I gotta say that his vocals don't really do much for me. But yeah, it's still a good song though. Still a good song. For me though, my favourite song on this album, "Bodies in the Dark," which is featuring Poison the Well. This song is just like very, very fucking dark and moody. Like, and the chorus is just like a proper stompy fucking anthem. Like, and Drew is just fucking screaming his nuts off. Like, and the Poison the Well feature just like works really well because I was kind of expecting like the more sort of lower throaty sort of screams of the frontman from Poison the Well, but it's actually the more sort of softer, like melodic vocal approach that he does. But it sounds great. Bodies in the Dark's my favourite one. It's brilliant. And can I have your autograph? A good little fucking nod to basically David Draymond of Disturbed, who has been signing the bombs in Israel that will be dropped on Palestinians, referring to that. Literally, the fucking mosh call is you got... What was it called again? It was like, if you got... It's like you put a sign... You put a tag on that bomb, and you got a target on your back. Like, it's fucking mayhem. It's fucking great. And yeah, it's just a fucking great album. Again, Straight from the Path are wonderful. And if this is an album that they're going to be closing things off with, then they've done a fucking good job, big time. Yeah, it's great. It's really, really great, and I'm enjoying it more and more every time I listen to it. It might be my favourite. It might be my favourite. Anyways, last album I'll talk about before I wrap things up. The new Callous Daoboys album, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. I've wanged on about the Callous Daoboys countless times because I fucking love them. I believe did I talk about Celebrity Therapist? I think I did. I think I talked about Celebrity Therapist, their the last album they brought out, and their EP, which came out last year? No, it came out the year before. Yeah. While I was at Rhodes. It's always my reference, because that EP came out when I got engaged. So that's my reference for when that EP came out. So yeah, the Callous Daoboys back with a new album. I was very excited when I heard the new singles on the lead of like Two-Headed Trout and Demon of the Unreality, Limping Like a Dog. Yeah, it's just like they're a band that I've always really, really enjoyed. I've seen them live a couple of times and they've just been fantastic live. And I just love the whole social media presence. Like, they're just really, really funny, goofy people. Like, I mean, like, the previous material is sort of very Dillinger Escape Plan sort of infused, I guess. Like, very sort of early Dillinger Escape Plan. But over time, they've started to sort of hone in on a lot of experimentation. Like they're basically like just fucking around with a lot of stuff. Like on their music DAWs, basically. Their digital audio workstations. That's what DAWs are, for those who don't know. And they're just coming up with any sort of shit that they can throw. And guess what? All of that shit works incredibly well. This album is amazing. This album is fucking unbelievable. I've been listening to this album non-stop recently. This album is fucking class. Like, proper intense, fast as fuck, mathy, but able to go into all sorts of different directions of genres of music and different sort of insane musical arrangements. It's very different sounding. Like, this is, I think, Callous Daoboys have turned into something that was very sort of mathcore, Dillinger Escape Plan orientated, into something pretty unique. Like, it's hard for me to think of a band that sounds a lot like them at all. Fucking, it's amazing. So, like, at the beginning of this album, you're given the first part of a 3-part suite kind of thing. So it's called number 1, Collection of Forgotten Dreams, which is kind of like it's kind of like you basically like you hear like a bunch of sort of like pedestrians like walking around in like a hall, and it's there's like a sort of tannoy announcement like sort of welcome to the Museum of Failures, featuring the exhibition of I Don't Want to See You in Heaven by the Callous Daoboys, which goes on for a couple of minutes and then goes straight into Schizophrenia Legacy, which is just like bam, scream, fucking weird, fucking willy woolly guitar noises, like just fucking massive sounding song. And Full Moon Guidance, which has just got this really fucking hard ass drop C riffage going on with loads of Machine Eddie sort of pinch harmonics. I've got to say, Carson from Callous Daoboys, their front man, his vocals all over the shop on this album. Whenever he's screaming or whenever he's doing like his melodic sort of Patrick Stump sounding vocals, like, he just sounds brilliant throughout the whole album. The production is brilliant. It sounds amazing. Tears on Lambo Leather, which feature Orthodox and Adam Easterling. And I've got to say, all of the features on this album I have never heard of. Like, it's not like they've gone for, right, let's get a feature from fucking, I don't know who's hot now, or whatever. Like they've gone for, like, people just don't know I have no idea who any of these bands are or artists. But Tears on Lambo Leather is just like proper, just fucking gnawing sound. It's hard for me to describe. Just like it's just heavy as fuck. Lemon is an absolute standout track where they just sort of go for this sort of kind of Justin Timberlake sounding thing going on. Like, yeah, what's it called? What's that song called by fucking Justin Timberlake? I forgot what it's called. Shit. But it's almost like a Justin Timberlake fucking tune, where it's got like the sort of samba guitar going on. Like super sexy song. It's great, very melodic. I would love to hear this live, as well as like all the samba guitar going on. Like they've got like these very sort of echoey sort of keys that are going on in the background. It's amazing. And then this track transitions to a song called Body Horror for Bears, which features First Vows, which is a very sort of very slow, very sort of reverby, shoegazy in passages, like just fucking amazing. Like just sort of carries that sort of chorus of the "I don't want to see you in heaven" tagline, and but then they start going fucking dumb again. Like there's literally a song called "Idiot Temptation Force," which starts off with like a fucking baby's fucking agaboo, 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 boo, gaga. And then a whole gang vocal going agaboo, 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 gaga. And it's going back into fucking Dangerous Escape Plan worship again, which just sounds fucking insane. Distracted by the Mona Lisa. We're getting to sort of like the last sort of 3/4 of an hour of the album now, so Distracted by the Mona Lisa is like proper fucking. It's as if Fall Out Boy wrote like a metal tune. It just sounds fucking incredible. Like the chorus is just so infectious. It's amazing. It's just like if Callous Daoboys were to go down a sort of pop punk sort of road, this would be it. Like, but good. Then we get to the last two tracks, and these are the last two parts of the sort of 3-part suite, which is the second one, which is called Opt Out, which is kind of similar to what the first one is. It's kind of it sounds like Carson is sort of checking into like his own museum exhibition of the Museum of Failure, which is like. And then like you can sort of hear the Tannoy announcement saying, "We're glad that you enjoyed your time with us at the Museum of Failure." And then it ends with this 11-minute 48-second epic track, which is the third part of the suite, called Country Song in Reverse, featuring Low Before the Breeze. This track is incredible. It's amazing. This might be my new favourite Callous Daoboys song. It's amazing. Like, it starts off with like these fucking drone, like these sort of droning like piano chords that have been played, and like very sort of reverbed guitar lines, kind of bluesy, and then before you know it, it's just like a post metal for sort of Neurosis sounding, like a chords strung out sort of thing that's going on, where Carson is screaming for his life. They then pick up the pace again and just go into the whole fast fucking like, but beat downy sort of. It's hard to describe. You gotta listen to this song. There's a lot going on in this 11 minutes. Like, it's not 11 hours of shite. Sorry, 11 minutes of shite. Trust me. There's a lot going on, but not too much. But the way this song ends, like, it goes back to being slow again. You get like a lot of violin work that is coming from the violin player, which, to be honest, like, whenever I've listened to Callous Daoboys, I've always had to fucking squint to hear the violins, but you can on this song. Like, there's a lot of beautiful sort of violin lines being played in this slow section of this song, and when it goes into this big massive crescendo, like there's these repeating lines from Carson where it's like, I am worthy of the ark, and I hope to God you can't swim. Like a fucking hell of a line. And like just the way this album ends. This album is just shy of an hour. It's 57 minutes. But fuck me. If you are into experimental, the more experimental side of like metal, mathcore, if you're not afraid of any band going into like saxophone, violin, samba, anything like that. If you like Faith No More as well, Mr. Bungle, any of that sort of shit, I think this album is worthy of your time. This album is amazing. It's fucking album of the year contender, perhaps. Like, it is stunning. It is a fucking great album. And the album is called I Don't Want to See You in Heaven, and it's by the Callous Daoboys. Give this album a listen. If you want something different, highly recommend it. It is amazing. And that'll do us. That will do us for today, I believe. How long has this episode been on for? How long has it been? Oh, wow, we're nearly at an hour. Yeah, thanks very much for listening, folks. Sorry it's been a while, but we are back, and I will be back next weekend. There will be an episode about this, hopefully about the Switch 2. I'm kind of... I've had a few people's pre-orders being cancelled, so I hope mine doesn't get cancelled. But it should arrive this Thursday, and I'm very excited. So I'll chat about the Switch 2. I'll have a review for Majora's Mask, and the new Turnstile album is out this Friday, so it's all exciting. It's exciting to be a gamer and a music lover. So yeah, thanks very much everyone for listening. Hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you next time. It'll be the weekend. I'm thinking about getting the episode out on a Saturday or Sunday, just because I'll have a bit more time with the Switch 2 and stuff like that, and I'll talk about the Turnstile album as well. Right,